My brother sold our inheritance without my consent. A few days later, he was served and realized. I was 12 when my father first took me to the edge of the land and pointed at the mango tree. This is where it begins, he said. Everything I've worked for, everything I'll leave behind. It starts here. That land was more than soil. It was memory. It was promise. My father spent years clearing it, planting cashew, building a small shed where we'd sit and drink on Sundays. He said one day we'd build a school there, or maybe a clinic, something that would outlive us. When he died, the land passed to me and my brother Thomas. We didn't argue about it. We both knew what it meant, or so I thought. Last month, I got a call from a friend in town. I saw a construction crew on your land, he said. They're putting up a fence. I laughed. You must be mistaken. He wasn't. I drove out there the next morning. The mango tree was still standing, but the shed was gone. Bulldozed. In its place was a sign, future site of Sunrise Apartments. I called Thomas. He didn't deny it. We needed the money, he said. It was just sitting there. I asked. I signed the papers last week. It's done, he shouted. I couldn't speak. I just stared at the tree, the only thing left untouched. One thing Thomas never knew Dad had always been watching. Thomas never showed interest in the land whenever Dad talked about it. He had this unconcerned look. When Thomas went to college, he never came back to stay, but only visited when Mom begged him to come. Dad had seen all this. So there was a clause in the will states that a sale of the land without both of our consents. The sale is void and all inheritance transfers to the unconsented party. Thomas didn't know about that clause, and I didn't tell him. I didn't care. He sold the land without my approval. I called Dad's lawyer and him what had happened. He chuckled and said, "Your father knew this would happen." He filed an official legal document to the developers who bought the land citing the clause and how the property they've purchased does not belong to them since both parties did not consent to the sale of the property. Thomas, on the other hand, was in debt due to gambling. So after the sale of the property he didn't own, he used some of the money to pay off his debt and was on a spending spree with the remaining. The developers sue him for fraudulent sale of property. In court, he avoided jail, but was asked to pay back the proceeds from the sale. After everything was done with, I carved a message into the trunk of the tree. This was never just land. It was legacy, and planned to fulfill Father's dreams.